Hi, I am Adeline, and today I'll be presenting my Brief02 proposal, which is titled Virtually Nothing Re-Evaluating the Significance of Cyberspace. Let's move on for the first part about the topic. So, this is my understanding of the text. This project is based on an article by Endemia, and it really inspired me to look deeper into how digital space shape who we are. Basically, my publication explores how cyberspace challenges the difference between what is real and what is virtual, and how our identity changes when we live part of our life online. This is all my findings. I've highlighted the importance part into the article. These are the key terms and my keywords for this topic. This is my flat plan. So my format, I will decided to use the portrait A4 and the total pages is into 32 pages. This is my brainstorming. So this brainstorming explore the main ideas and themes related to cyberspace from academia. So the brainstorming focus on how cyberspace connect to virtual reality, identity and self, reality and virtuality, freedom and constraint, and ethics and morality. So these ideas show how digital space transforms human experience, reshape identity, and blur the boundary between the real and the virtual. So the key elements on the right virtually represent the core aspect of cyberspace, such as the connection, technology, and the interaction. They are using symbols like the laptop, cloud, network, and code to reflect the digital environment. This is all my research of cyber. So from my research of the cyber needs a global space within the information environment made up of interconnection, like networks of information system, including the internet, telecommunication network, computer system, and embedded processor and controllers. This is all my selected concept, which are virtual identity construction. The second is the freedom as illusion. Third is digital morality. And the next one is blurry boundaries and posthumous transformation, emotional realism in virtual worlds. And the last is the connection through disconnection. This is my selected concept for my concept one, which are the virtual identity construction. This concept focuses on how individuals construct and perform their identities in cyberspace. Through digital avatars, username, and online personas, people can shape who they want to be and beyond this physical limitation. However, this process of reinvention is not completely free. It is influenced by digital systems, social norms, and the desire of recognition. So the word associations for this concept were self, persona, imagination, anonymity, transformation, aspiration, illusion, reflection, and performance. This is all the visual research movement for my concept one. So my concept two is virtual reality vs real experience. This concept investigates the blurred boundary between the physical and the virtual world. The article argues that virtuality is not separate from reality but an extension of it. It is an environment that influences emotion, memory, and presence. So the keywords were immersion, perception, simulation, illusion, emotional reality, sensory experience, authenticity, connection, and the boundary. So while this is a visual research for my concept 2, for concept 3, our desire of the part of the posthumous transformation is this concept explore how humans are no longer separate from the machine but have become an extension of them. Cyberspace merge human thought, emotion, and data into a single digital system. So the design captures this merging through complex layer, glowing lights, and structural repetition, symbolizing how technology reshapes our identity and aspirations. So the words associations of this concept were evolution, system, connection, network, hybrid, transformation, extension, motion, and fusion. Let's move on to the concept relevant creative direction for my concept 1. Well, this is for my concept 2. So for my visual, I want to create something that feels like both digital and emotional. So I will use the fragmented image, then the layer typography and glowing or glitch texture to show that tension between connection and distortion. I will also use the house tone or pixel texture to create that sense of imperfection. So this is my all of the basic concept. So for the design attachments, I plan to add some interactive or eye-catching touches like the pop-up effect and also the scrolling part. So from my image log, I make sure all the visual come from the copyright free sources such as the Adobe Store for the Unsplash, BTZ. So I also compare my original images and reverse version to show how I manipulated them, adjusting the light, color, or composition to fit the publication concept. So that's all from me, and I will end my presentation here. Thank you for listening.